Okay, it says live content of this meeting is being sent to a third party.
I'm watching the regular feed. I want to see if it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, look at this.
Is it live?
We're live. All right. Yes. Excuse me while I jump up and down around the room.
Celebrate a little.
Oh my goodness. We
I'm going to
are
shout
on.
out too. We've got some awesome positive comments in the chat for people who are just appreciating each other's warm-ups here. This is great. This is an art community, so we want first and foremost for you to take away from this is that you're seeing students from all over the state of Illinois participating in this challenge. So fabulous to make connections, shout out to each other. This is an awesome group. You guys are going to get great experiences just noting what each other's doing too.
And I want to thank you for being brave. All right. For putting yourself out there. I know you don't think about art as being something that you're so out there and vulnerable, and it's awfully cool to see you go for it and accept the challenge. So really proud of you just for being here.
Absolutely.
Um, so Mrs. Bott, would you like to read the rules and all of that?
I can certainly do that. Do you want me to circle back and paste them in the chat after?
Yeah, we can do that. Yes.
Okay.
I
All
guess
right. So,
we probably don't have to paste all the rules. There's a lot, but
okay.
you know, um,
I'll go light on the rules.
okay. I mean, as far as pasting,
You know that's not
te
my
we want to
style.
tell them. Yeah, I
I don't
know.
go light on the rules typically. Oh, look at so great connections in the chat. But all right, if you guys can tune in here, we're gonna just provide you with some of the instructions that are the basics. This is not the prompt, but this is gonna give you some of the established expectations in order to be eligible when we're participating in this. So we're excited, first of all, that you've accepted the illustration challenge, which is the first of 4 Art Throwdown challenges for the 2024-25 school year. Your rules, your characters and book cover for the illustration challenge must be your original design/creation. This is an individual event, so you may have an assistant to help with video, but otherwise the work is your own. You are permitted to use the internet as you need for resources and reference, but just as in AP Art and Design, the use of AI is prohibited from concepting to rendering. Please follow the 80-20 rule for appropriation, in which 80% of the design is your own, 20% could be from licensed pre-existing imagery. The expectation is that you will share the video with the viewers of your process, including brainstorming, reference, and materials gathering, thumbnail sketches, and creation of your work. If you
That's
are
me. I'm
working,
sorry. I'm trying to get it. All
oh,
right. Sorry.
absolutely. If you are working digitally, this obviously, now that we've talked, may require a second device that you can have a visual on your work. Our audience really does want to see both the work you're doing and you creating that work. At the end of the 90 minutes, we ask that you put down your materials. Make sure if you're working digitally that you save, and then you'll be photographing physical work and making sure to download the JPEG of the digital work. You must have a camera in which to document that final work for submission, unless you've created that content digitally. We ask that you share your work and experience on social media. So reach out to friends and family, invite them to watch the live stream of the event and to vote. So spread the word because the initial voting process is by popular vote. Please make sure to use the hashtag Art Throwdown 2024. And then the winners after the popular vote will be selected with the top 5. And then from there, we have an independent art professional who will judge the finalists and place them into first, second, third, and honorable mention. So the more word you get out to your peers at school, we've had principals vote, superintendents, obviously art teachers, but get the word out because the top five vote getters from popular vote are then moved on to that final judging. Awards are generously provided by Blick Art Supplies to first, second, and third place winners in the form of a gift card. Your materials may be anything from graphite to ink, markers, watercolor, colored pencil and paper, could be on Bristol board, hot press watercolor paper, or the surface of your preference. We do recommend around 11 by 14, but the size is your choice as long as we can see the work. And then again, for digital media, you might be working with Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator, Procreate, but you must be able to provide the videography of what you're doing. And then, like we said, a JPEG at the end. I'll pause. That was a lot. And I'll circle back, paste some of that info, relevant info into the chat if
So
anybody
does
needs to
anybody
circle
have
back.
any questions regarding those rules? Is there anything that you're unclear about? How long will voting go for? We're going to shut it. So it's Thursday night. It'll go through Saturday all through the day, and I'll shut it down at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Okay. Good question.
Hmm.
Yes, it can. As big or small as you want on the paper, we're not going to know. It's going to be your photo, so we won't have any clue on how big you make it. If you go too big, you've got a lot of real estate to cover. If you go too small, it's really hard to do what you need to do to get the rendering um and all that. So keeping what is the YouTube? Okay, we can
Paste that in.
post that. Yeah, let's paste that in as well.
Okay, I'll go
If
from
you
the
share
playbook.
your email with anybody that I sent you, that will also it's on there, the email link for or the link for the YouTube.
And we will be pasting the submission form in the chat closer to the end time. And that will be a Google form that you'll upload your JPEG to the form along with your pertinent information. We do ask that, be mindful of what email account you're sending it from. If the account doesn't match your name on screen, that can sometimes get a little tricky when we're discerning whose is whose as we're placing them on the form.
Right.
And then we'll also share out again the voting form link, which is in the email sent, correct?
Both the voting form and the submission form links are in that email that I sent out. So you have them, we'll still post them, but you do have them already. Just so you know, the voting won't go live until we get it all put together. And just so you know, when you are done, we're only beginning. We have to build the voting form. We have to build a slideshow that corresponds with that so the voters can actually see the work. So we will do it as fast as we can, but there's only two of us. And um, once we get the voting form ready to go, we'll click it live and then it can begin. But it's just the way it is. We just have that takes a little bit of time to put together.
So
So
the prompt hasn't been revealed yet, but I should mention to Nanette or anybody, if you don't see yourself on the live stream, I'm assuming it's because we haven't scrolled yet. So the live stream, they're seeing the screen we have going here.
yeah, we
So
can
I would
we can
assume,
flip.
yeah, as we start toggling through and spotlighting, that would probably be when you're going to start to see more things happening, more participants. But yeah, to circle back to with the prompt, it is going to involve a book cover. We haven't given you the specifics yet. Just making sure we've gotten the rules clear and that anybody who has questions or if anybody's having any technological issues. We have our last couple minutes here just to make sure everybody's situated, secure, you got everything you need.
So yeah, I don't mind. Obviously, I probably said it. It, it is going to be a book cover, and that's all we're saying for the next minute here.
The suspense.
All right, I'm gonna double check. I think we have 61, which would be 59. Well, we've got some teachers in here too, kind of upping the numbers. Um, but I guess we really should probably tell you the prompt now. We, it's pretty much 7 o'clock. You want to go for it, Mrs. Bott?
I can. All right, so if everybody can make sure you're listening in to hear the prompt, it's short and sweet. So you have been approached to design and create an illustrated book cover for the book titled Shadows. I'll repeat that. The book title is Shadows. The book jacket reads, "The German Fairy Tale Collective brings you Shadows, a modern remake of the classic Grimm's fairy tales. Your book must include a typographic treatment of the book title, which is Shadows, in your design. Please include your name as the author/illustrator. Your book cover can be either vertically or horizontally formatted. So you will, from this moment, have 90 minutes to design and create your book cover."
And I just added it to the chat if you need to circle back.
And as you process, feel free to throw out questions, but this is very much open-ended to your interpretation. So we do want to enable like every student to think when you hear that title. And as far as the additional information, the book jacket information, you don't need to include in there. What we expect is your typographic, the title, the book title. So the word shadows in a typeface that you find to be suitable for the look of your cover, and then just your name as author illustrator. So do consider, font as a portion of the art making here that you would want to consider how you handle your typography to match the mood, the theme, how you're approaching that book title. So great question. I see some like, see movement. It's interesting to watch as people begin their brainstorming process. Some if it involves a research component. Are you going to spotlight? What do you think? And I always recommend pacing yourself. It's the 90 minutes feels different for each of the throwdown challenges simply because they're very different in nature. But for illustration, I think we find there's a wide varying degree of how quick people jump in or how much research they do. And then if they leave themselves enough time for execution, or if they suddenly find themselves done early. So That is part of this process is really considering your time.
Okay, so
Um,
a couple questions. Oops, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So questions. Does this book really exist? No, it was brilliantly conceived by Mrs. Butt. And number two, no, you do not need to include the German fairy tale collective brings you, just the word shadows and then your name as the author illustrator. Okay.
We avoid our own copyright issues by keeping it somewhat
Yes.
generic, somewhat. I did a little research to make sure as I'm like looking it up, I'm like, are Grimm's fairy tales, kind of what's the word for it? When it's public domain, that's the word.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we look for things that are public domain and that are not going to, cause any infringement issues. So similar to that 80/20 rule of appropriation, we're keeping our own rules too. So this, that's why we want you come up with what that should look like because it doesn't exist. There is no right answer. The answer is just what you conceive of and how you help your viewer have a, emotional or mental reaction to the design you create. Imagine a book cover that would encourage you to pick up that book. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but I gotta say there's a lot of covers that really entice me and make me excited to select a book. So this is your chance. So the question about basing it off of Grimm's fairy tales, that is where we're pulling from, that mentality of a bit of the October spookiness kind of a thing. So how much or how little you decide to let that influence you is up to you. So as far as the Grimm's part, it is a portion of the prompt. And do know that the final vote from our independent panel of judges, that they do read the prompt. So if you're hoping to connect with the judges, they're going to be trying to see if you showed, a strong interpretation of shadows and if it lends itself to a modern remake of a Grimm's fairy tale. I don't know if I made that clear or less clear, but Mr. Schweitzer, do you have spotlight powers?
Yeah, can I pass those to you? I'm trying to keep
Sure.
up with some texting
Feedback?
feedback or yeah, make host. There you go.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry.
wow. No, that's okay. The
Is it
host tools just popped up.
a whole new world in front of you?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
We're
This
no
just,
one's getting the keys back from Mrs. Bott. She's
oh
got
my
it.
gosh. All right. Well, here we go. Keys to the castle. I'll start working my way down the line and we'll visit. Spotlight for everyone. Here we go. Okay. We've got Nora with a sketchbook. Looks like there's gouache there, maybe? I don't know.
It's
Ooh.
watercolor.
Watercolor? Okay, exciting. I could see some really interesting things happening with that. That's fun. Traditional media. Okay, some sketching, okay. Inspiration gathering, reference. Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you, Nora. We're gonna keep our pace up and keep hopping through. It's one of those things where the initial research phase is always one where we're not sure where it's headed next. Sometimes it's very revealing, and sometimes things end up very different from what we expected, from what we saw initially. Oh, okay. Look at here. Olivia's phone. Olivia's phone's got some fun stuff. I love notes. Notes are good. We've got references. Okay. All good things. Okay, we're gonna hop into Looks like we're at a school. We've got students here. Looks like we're doing a little researching, some sketching. Excellent. Hop on over. Skylar's got some figure work going, maybe some researching at the same time. I see the edge of a keyboard. I think reference gathering is a strong idea. Definitely helps add to your, not only your concept, but when you're trying to get proportion or some accuracy to the drawing work. Kimberly's definitely got some reference up I can see on a phone, and then some light sketching.
Yep,
Hard to say yet, but we'll be back around to check when we get further along. All right. And Olivia, I'm thinking I might have seen a different view too. I see I'm looking at camera, so I'll keep popping around until we see the surface too. Paula, I see some
that
initial
looks good.
ideation.
Yep.
Yeah. Although the mechanical pencil's throwing me.
I, you know, I already had bit my tongue about that.
There's a lot of them. It's okay. It's such a I think it's a like if we're gonna admit it, it's an old person thing.
It is. I'm famous among my students for hating mechanical pencils.
Oh, okay. This is Olivia's phone. I got it. Got
There
it.
we
Sorry.
go.
I'm
Yep,
processing what I'm
you
like
got it.
where I'm hopping. Oh, so there's a new feature on this where you can like double spotlight.
Oh, cool.
But well, yes and no, because now now I'm throwing myself off. All right. Micaiah, I think it is. We're gonna maybe jump here and see what we're doing there. There's some, ooh, I
Oh,
see some typographic stuff
jumping
happening.
into the type right away and working around that. Not a bad idea. So
Very nice.
just a thought, you know, for everybody is like you don't have to make the entire paper or canvas the entire book. You can come in a little bit to give yourself some boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely. Good suggestion.
I
All right,
personally don't
Rachel's
like
digital.
working with where I have no boundaries on the paper. It just kind of things start running out. And I like that little bit of something around there. I like the shape oriented stuff that's going on here with Rachel.
Yeah, there's a little bit of the typography too.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring out piece by piece maybe here. Okay, let's hop on over. Oh, maybe I was at Kimberly. I do see that I'm gonna have to memorize things in the scene. There's a corgi pencil pouch there that would just have my daughter like
Mm,
that would have Riley
yes.
in absolute obsession mode. So, all
It
right,
looks
here
like
we go.
there's fingernail polish too, so we took care of all the business before we got started.
Hey, this is big. You
It's well,
yourself.
there's a lot of showcase of hands right now, so
I was gonna say you were a hand model, right, for
I
some work.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're right,
Hey, you know better than I do.
But I was like holding I'm trying to think what I was holding. It was like a bow and arrow or something like that. It was not real glamorous stuff.
Okay. We know it was extremely manly hand modeling. It was very
I wasn't overcompensating. I just was
Home
saying.
Depot.
No, it
Home
was
Depot.
It was Gander Mountain actually, I
Oh, Gander
believe.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't recognize this program. Maybe it's
No, I don't either.
again. I'm showing my age again, but it looks adaptable, like
Yeah,
the way
very
that the
cool.
pieces are moving around on the board there. Not bad. So Marlowe's got, I think, a figure. I'm seeing like some cropping, maybe. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. Where next? I'm
So
hopping.
there's now we can see. Yeah, all right. Just let you go. There's
Oh, sorry.
Elijah.
Nice.
Hello.
Okay. References. Oh, look at the
Oh. He just
Fancy.
happened to have his helmet there, in the background. Just, oh, geez, I didn't even notice. The way I set up the camera.
Step into his workshop.
I like
Excellent.
I like the setup there though. It's very
Yeah, very
nice.
well done. It's a good view of everything going on. It's a great, like the reference is right above, and then you can move straight down below.
I'm
Looking
guessing this is
confident.
his normal setup. Yep.
I'm jealous. All right.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there's some definite character identities developing. I'm
Emma, very
seeing
cool. Very, very cool. Got some
excellent
action
sketch.
and foreshortening and nice drawing.
All
I will
right.
say I have a tough time drawing on the tablets. I kind of do a pseudo digital painting where I draw conventionally, bring it in, and then paint over it and stuff. I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at it, but who's this?
Um, it's a really good question.
I don't know. There we go.
Hold on.
Nice
Let me look.
layout, setting the mood.
Very nice. I can see the shadows developing.
Yep.
All right. Let's try to jump replace. Here we go. We've got Shelby's got an animal
Ooh,
sort of
that is
character.
cool. Very cool. Looks like something fox-like.
Again, just very fun to see the different
Hmm.
responses. It's this almost looks like scratchboard. Oh, it was very zoomed in. I got it.
Yeah, it
Okay, very
was.
cool. Yeah, this is nice. This is CJ. Excellent. I like the drama
Definitely
in it.
have and framing that character. Nice.
Okay. We'll be back for more. Okay, this is Marisabella. We've got some typography.
And a nice Blackwing pencil.
Oh,
Full approval by me.
you got to do the name dropping of the materials, always right.
Yeah, there's a little bit of art supply snobbery involved.
No product placement, though. We're not, we don't make any financial gains from.
No, no. We're not in this for financial gain, believe me.
So this looks, there's an animal emerging here too.
Uh-huh.
That is again fun that the possibilities of how you interpret it, that so many of you might come up with a very, very, very different solution from each other.
So
And there is, wow,
so
that's a lot of
Camille,
color.
yeah, I was just gonna say, Camille, did you build all those palettes those color samples? Holy moly.
That's dedication, right?
I do like the glowing keyboard though. That's pretty cool.
That's hello.
Hi.
Hello.
That's my history. That's my color palette
Oh,
history.
wow.
Wow.
Impressive. It's like a mosaic.
Yeah, it is. I like the idea of having this is my history in color.
Oh, fun. Didn't
That
think
could
of it
be
that way.
that could be the name of your book when you're an artist and you write your memoir, My History in Color.
I'm liking what I'm seeing in that little thumbnail too there.
Uh-huh.
Looks like it's got some good foreground, middle ground, background depth going on. And then I see like a little treatment in the corners of the what looks like maybe final draft emerging too. Some
Uh-huh.
stylistic.
Very shape-oriented border going on and
Mhm.
I love seeing the thumbnails. That's a very approach to doing this. You're working out your values and your composition small and then blow it up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Make your decisions and your mistakes when it's little. It's a lot easier to see the problems. It just is. Just you you know, it's this is cool. I like the composition. I like the emphasis. Very, very nice.
Well, and we
Gonna
were
love.
talking about
Go ahead.
animal versus human. There's both.
Uh-huh. There's quite a lot of both. Yep.
I mean,
I
as
would.
in
I'm.
that
I'm really
composition.
interested to see how much hand-drawn type we have. That would
You
be.
know, yeah.
I hope that that's what we're seeing and not just typed in. Not that that's not allowed, but consider that part of your art. Think about hand-drawn type. Make it personal.
I think it would go along with a lot of the compositions we're seeing.
Yep.
Okay. You might, oops, there I go. See, that's the double. Okay. So we might have, I don't know if we have two Olivias. We very well
We
might.
probably do.
This is Olivia and song. So we're seeing, I see the references on the left. Looks
Uh-huh.
like almost a peaceful looking character there in the middle of the composition, at least
They
at the moment.
they could be deceased.
I suppose that's
That's
true.
that's relatively peaceful.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, folks.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah,
All right, Maya.
there's some nice type.
Some references. I see nice figure sketching too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
It's
is.
gestural. Excellent.
A little rule of thirds with our focal point and
Yep.
a lot of markers warming their engines, ready to go.
All right, here's Dee Dee. I don't know if hi Dee Dee. Looking to see what you got on. Oh, okay, there we go. I see a screen. There's a
Yep.
little bit of blurring, a little blurring on the camera, but
I think it's the trying to do the out of focus background, but fighting to know which is which.
yes. I know that's the doc cam situation we have, but
Uh-huh.
all right, let's see. Oh, you know what? We did visit Marzabella. Let's do Camille. Camille.
We
Oh,
did
wait a minute.
Camille.
We did do Camille. See, now I'm starting to. Did we
Right,
do
I know it's hard.
Sophia?
And I can't really help you, so
There we go.
that's nice.
I haven't seen this yet, so it's a nice. I don't know if the imagery on the right is reference or if it's previous work, like a character, but nice sketching to
Uh-huh.
start it out. And we've got Nevena.
Looks like Nevena sharpens her pencil with an X-Acto knife the way you're supposed to.
Oh, look at that.
It
Ooh,
looked
wow.
like it to me.
And look
Yeah,
at that. Look at that
that's
stylistic.
gorgeous. That is
Hmm.
really, really nice. No one said
Excellent.
that a typographical solution isn't one of the solutions.
Correct. I do think sometimes you get the word typography immediately leads to the thoughts of fonts and
Yeah.
digital, but hand rendered typography is
Uh-huh.
something you're very familiar with.
And very fond of. We got all kinds of animals going on this drawing. Charlotte,
Yeah.
some nice looking stuff.
It's exciting. I don't, well, like the initial thoughts with the shadow concept we had talked about, there was a entirely different thing we did over COVID with shadows. And
Uh-huh.
there's quite a bit of folklore tied to shadows that often does include animal imagery.
I see.
Excellent.
We did an exercise where we had the kids write down everything they knew about shadows or whatever connections they had to shadows. And then we got some really interesting stuff.
Makes me want to do
I know.
shadow puppets.
I really liked that particular project. I wouldn't
Yeah, we
mind
may have
breaking
to
that one out again.
revisit that in the zines or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Not unless we have time for a major project, which
Yeah, we'll just keep kicking out the little things and make ourselves run out of time.
absolutely.
It
You know
tends
how
to
it goes.
happen. Well, I'm already looking at the calendar at our prospective tape murals and wondering, it's getting tight already.
Oh no, that's for sure. Shenandoah has
That's
some
very
nice
cool.
background content.
And I
Oh,
like
look at the
again the type.
shadow is
Yeah.
the word, the
And
shadow
it
of the
look
figure.
kind of looks like it's laying on the surface of the ground, so it's coming out. That's really cool.
That is a neat way to handle the typography part. All right, George has got, ooh, a very
Nice.
mysterious. I like that background.
Uh-huh.
The stretching of the
Yep.
shadows in that background.
Well, especially since it's not her that's the shadow. Like the person
Absolutely.
has a hat on, so it's one of those oh, there you go. That's cool.
Malen's got a,
Malin can draw, that's for sure.
I like the broken down shapes around that face.
Mm-hmm. If only I could get you to pick up a regular pencil, we'd be all set.
I
You'd
have
have,
a regular
yeah, yeah. I don't mean to make you self-conscious,
sorry.
but
See, I have them right here.
there you go. There you go. It
Like,
didn't
oh,
look, I have to say, I was really surprised when I saw that was what was in your hand because it didn't look like marks from from a mechanical pencil.
yeah, thank you.
You really threw me. That's kind of like the thing that my one of my students would do when I go off about the mechanical pencils, and then they'd make them with a real one, and then say, "No, I did this with mechanical." It's like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey, they have to keep you on your toes.
Yeah, they're going. That's part of our game.
This
I
Christiana.
like this is interesting because she's starting in dark and coming out light.
Right, going reverse.
Pentel graph gear. I'm writing that down. I have to explore that. I won't dog it until I try it.
I was just trying to go for like something that was actually like shadowy, like that would go with the theme.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, why I commented was because most people are starting at white and they're going to the shadow, and you're starting with the like the darkness and finding the light,
Yeah,
which
because
I
like
think
with
it's
me,
interesting.
I like to explore new things, and with me, I'm always with the lights first.
Okay,
And
cool.
yeah, when I do big projects, I always like bust out like doing only lights instead of like doing all darks. It's
Yep.
odd for me.
It's
Yeah.
interesting because it's a different mindset when your line is not a dark, it's a light, and that because you get used to drawing always that holding line is your light or is your dark, and you gotta kind of like flip back and forth a little. Very nice.
We've got Malachi. This is
There's
cool.
some cool type.
I love the expressiveness of this.
Uh-huh. A lot of motion or movement.
I feel like it fits German work too in a different way than I expected even.
Uh-huh.
Very nice. Excellent, Malachi.
Think of that Black Forest kind of thing going on.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, this
Oh,
is
look at this
interesting. We're,
little value sketch up in the corner. That's really cool.
yeah, I think are we zoomed in on a part of it down in the
Must be.
main frame? Very nice, Alex. Oh, there we go. Okay. like a maybe a cloaked figure. I love the almost the softness of the way the light's coming through those
Uh-huh.
trees like that is, and it may sharpen up, but I love right now just even the way that that almost illuminates the way you'd see light coming through a tree.
No, totally. I was kind of wondering if it's because we're looking at a lit screen, and it might be, but if it's not what's really on the screen, it's something to look to try to get because it's really nice.
It is. I appreciate what's happening there. Let's see. Madison's got seems like a nice, hi Madison, a nice portrait going. Oh, reference with a
Oh,
grid.
we
Look at
saw that
that.
reference at some point earlier.
It's very
Cool.
nice. Now I'm curious, like who the reference is. It feels like the
Is
photography
it a
one when you have,
selfie?
oh,
There
look
it is. I kind of
at,
wondered if it might be a selfie.
that's awesome. That is awesome. All right, let's see what Heidi's doing. Oh, we've got some skeletal. Excellent.
Yeah.
And look at that typography too.
Nice. Very nice.
I love the variation in line weight,
Uh-huh.
just the right amount. Excellent. Let's see. Okay. We have
About to get into some oil pastels.
L. L is doing a base drawing that I'm trying to make out what the sketch is. Looks like there could be some figure-based work going on there. But again, this is all the process stuff. It's always fun to try to figure out what we're seeing, and then ultimately, when you see the end product, you're like blown away that that's what was happening.
So this isn't a putting a pressure on you thing, just an information. So we are at 7:30, so that means you have 1 hour from now. So consider where you're at and if
Yeah,
you're
I
on
think it's
pace.
it's interesting because we've watched it go a variety of ways. Again, like we'll have people pop up and go, "I'm done."
Yes, we
And you're like,
have.
"Whoa, okay." And then there's others who you're just dying for them as they're trying to scramble to finish. It's like
Yeah. Please,
just that
please
intensity.
get to the finish. Please go to the finish.
Exactly. Like, what could they do to just make it look like to a point where it's considered done?
Right.
No, this is very nice. See, now when I was looking through the Grimm stuff, the German
Yep.
term for it, that Kinder, I don't know even how to say it. German was not one of my languages, but
Huh.
this is definitely the like resource reference interesting stuff that you see pop up.
And look at what they're looking for at the typography reference for that.
Oh, yes.
It's not
Very
Old
nice.
English, but it's got kind of that feel, that pen nib typography,
It certainly does.
calligraphy, I guess it is.
It's a strong portrait in the making as well.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Okay, here we go. We have Shania. We have zoomed in, maybe hand on tablet there. Variant. Okay, okay.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I like that. See? And it's interesting. It can go so many directions because, like,
Yep.
when you think of what Grimm's fairy tales have led to, it's, today's Disney stories are
Yep.
renditions of that. So it's a interesting, like I'm seeing the eyes and the softness on the face there. It gives that sense to it.
Right. It sure does.
Let's see.
And
I
so far,
don't.
the coziest artist we've seen with their fuzzy blanket or whatever that is.
Is it
There
lap
you go,
pillow? There you go.
fuzzy
You
pillow.
need you need support for your
That's right.
device. You don't want to be hunched over all night, that's for sure.
No.
Right? I don't know if
Sorry.
Isha has a, I know, I feel bad. If there's a second camera
Sorry,
somewhere.
mine was the portrait earlier. With the Grimm brothers reference.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha,
There we
gotcha,
go.
gotcha. That's, where sometimes I hop around and I'm like, I don't know if this is the
And I
who's
think
who's
this is
got
that
what.
one we saw too.
Yes, I'm coming to a point where I need to circle back and maybe look
Somebody,
at this from
Christiana Patton said she's pretty much done.
oh man.
You might want to keep looking at it and see what else you can do.
Okay, let me see if I can go to gallery view again because
We're working our way through. We've got 60 kids here,
here we go.
so everybody be patient.
Well, and I know there's some that I think, it reorders itself
Right,
sometimes when there were people bopping in and out. So then when it reordered itself, that changed the arrangement.
right.
So I'm going to go through this next row here, hoping that they don't move. Like, hopefully they'll stay. So we've got like a nice worm's eye view here of Brienne. We can see the cup and some nice hefty textbooks too. There's a tablet under there. There we go. Oh, very nice. All right. Oh, a nice tablet cover. All right. And now let me back out into gallery view again. Oh yeah, see, no, that doesn't work. It moved.
Hmm.
There's a different one in that spot now.
Right,
Okay,
right.
replace spotlight here. We
I'm going to
have,
step away for one quick second, okay?
yeah, we have Ava. We've got a nice crew of we got a crew of stuffies watching here, but I see some real expressive mark making. That's really
I'm so
nice.
scared. I'm so
That's so
scared.
scared.
No,
All
like
of a sudden somebody comes into the
I can't do
scene.
oh
I think I see, is there figure-based work, portraiture-based work emerging here from this nice expressive mark making?
yeah.
Excellent.
I'm kind of having I've been in an art block for a few months, so I'm really trying my best.
This is wonderful. Again, everybody's solution is a different one, and I think the expressive mark making, again, it does for me really lend itself to the German work that you see, whether or not you went straight for that inspiration, but I think it's got definitely a good connection to that.
I see.
Fantastic.
Thank
Nice
you.
work.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, I almost went to Mr. Schweitzer's screen because I didn't recognize the artwork. I thought it was something we had missed. Okay, Brooke. I feel like I need to bop into Brooke. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, those eyes are coming along. Interesting. I'm wondering if they're gonna remain like peering through the darkness there or if they're going elsewhere. They have definitely a strong attention grabbing feature to them though. Let's see. Back to gallery view. We got Jude here. Oh, this desk is fantastic. Look at all
Wow.
that. This is like a great workspace with a lot of.
I am actually on my floor.
That's awesome though. I love
This is how I usually collage.
I don't know how you
fantastic.
do it physically, but okay.
My
And
back is in pain, but it's
okay.
Pain is gain in this situation.
Wow.
I need
Well,
all the
If
space I
looks
can get.
fun.
if it makes you feel better, it's still not as messy as my desk.
I if I don't have this amount of space, I literally can't work. I can only use my bed and my floor.
There you go. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like how you already went and cut out your letters. That's awesome.
I'm
Really
impressed.
cool.
Collage is a different way to go for sure. That's
It
fun.
is.
This is my main medium, so this is what I'm usually doing.
Excellent.
Very nice.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for inviting us to the floor. We've got Lamont. Here's our double screen. I'm seeing, a rabbit.
Oh,
Nicely
we're doing
done.
some 3D rendering. Holy
That's
smokes.
impressive. And I think I see an eye on the right side, like something that looked like an eye. That's excellent. It's a really strong rendering too. Okay, gallery view. Let me see. Angie or Thomas? I feel like there's a lot of names I haven't done yet. Look at that.
No, I'm sure there are with as many as we've got. I don't know how many times we're going to get back to people. It's going to be tough.
This one's nice, almost watercolor looking.
Yeah.
There's like maybe some wings there. And I like the typography too. It almost looks, smoke-like.
Mm-hmm. It's got a
Excellent. Oh,
really
look at that.
nice mood and feel.
Yeah, that dark contrasting foliage in the front that I think
Yep.
I'm seeing looks really
The
good.
the washing under the line, very cool.
Okay, and then Thomas was a name I don't recall. Oh, this is another dark
Mm-hmm.
background, starting from a dark and working to light.
Yeah, sorry, my tablet is flipped.
Oh, okay. No worries. Hey,
You're
however you
good.
work where you're comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah,
just keep going.
we
Excellent.
could tell it was upside down. It was all right.
All right.
Yeah, you're
I'm not very good
No,
with working fast, so it's coming
you
along.
don't worry about us then. You just keep doing your thing.
All right. How do I mute my mic?
there you go. You got it. Again, it's a thing where we admitted this was not there weren't art throwdowns when we were in school.
Oh no.
I mean, certainly not virtual or otherwise, but you guys are doing something admirable that we return back to our classrooms and say, you should see what some people like can manage in that amount of time. And I have to be honest, if I put myself in this position, it'd be a crunch. It'd be a
Without a doubt.
challenge, quite a challenge, right? Well, this is cool. Look at that. Wow. There is a lot of progress made too, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So Josie's got a figure. We've got the typographic treatments. It's impressive. Look at like the double hand working.
Yeah.
I,
I know
hmm,
that's a generational thing that I don't know if I will end up overcoming.
That's so impressive though. Just really liking that composition though. Strong,
So
dark
Josie,
background
when
contrast.
you're doing that, when you're doing your coloring, are you doing multiply? Is that what layer on that layer blending mode? Is that what you're doing?
This layer is normal mode at a lower opacity, but I use multiply for my shading and values.
Okay, cool. I'm
We could
just
have,
always trying to pick up on workflows and how people are managing it. I'm a pretty newbie at digital drawing and painting.
I was saying all these students could give us such good tutorials.
Yep,
Like, if anybody wants to teach us.
they are. As
Let's,
I'm watching, they're teaching me.
I think Melanie, don't think I've been here.
Nope, I don't think so.
I like there's some interesting translucency going on there.
Hmm.
It's really nice. Soft, subtle with like good dark
Gosh,
contrast in that background.
the finger work is crazy.
This is true. I know. I sometimes find myself working on the tablet with one like, but then my sensitivity or like the detail I can get, I always feel like my fingers feel
Right.
squeaky. I feel like my fingers always squeaky when I work on tablets.
Oh,
Ooh,
there's
look
some
at this. There's
traditional
Dee Dee
work here.
working. Look at that. Impressive paint set there. It looks loved and
Yes.
like it's a good set of paint. And I see a palette too in hand.
So it looks like watercolors in hand and then maybe something more opaque on the table.
Maybe.
Wait, what was your question?
It looked like you had watercolors in your hand, but then you have more opaque paint on the table there.
Oh yeah, it's like the gouache thingamajig.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice, nice.
All right, let's see. Amelia.
There's an artist space. I'm not even looking at artwork, and it's like that's a space from an artist there.
Oh, look at that.
Cool,
Nice.
cool.
Got some characters, some type, some space. Excellent. Thanks, Amelia. Thank you, thank you. Gallery view. I felt like Melissa. What do you think? Melissa, we've got multi-view here. We got like a tablet. Oh yeah, okay. And we're watching what's happening. Oh
Wow,
wow,
there
look
you
at
go.
that. That's great. It feels very much like a book cover.
It
Yeah,
does.
thank you.
That's awesome. My kids are at the book fair right now, the Scholastic Book Fair. I feel like that is like I'd be walking past the shelf seeing that book cover. Excellent.
Cool.
All right, I think Car is I don't know if it's Kara or Kara, but
Who didn't love the Scholastic Book Fair? That was always a highlight.
it's we'll see how my parents feel about running them around there, but I hear it's a madhouse, but that's okay. That's good. More people reading. This is fun, these cloud shapes that are
Yeah.
developing. I'm very interested to see where it heads. And again, oh, look at, okay. Oh, all right. Are we peeking through like a tree, maybe? Excellent. I love that. Again, different, like
Yeah.
the illustration to that has a whimsical quality. All right, let's see. Did we go Josh? Oh, no, I don't think we've seen Josh yet. This is nice.
No?
This is releasing this creature, the Wolverine type creature. I like the mark making with the pen too.
Very cool.
That is awesome. I'm interested to see if it'll become like very kind of neutral background, but yet a very detailed character. I could see that being
Right.
interesting,
Right.
interesting choice. And then, did we visit Nanette? I feel like I haven't seen this, but this
No,
is nice.
no, we haven't.
Wow, look at that. Hi, Nanette. Wow. And then like you're in the darkness, so you're just absorbing the sense of shadow.
So the other thing there is that I'm seeing like you've got the head the opposite direction as the reference. That's interesting to me.
Uh-huh. But I love that photography, like we
Yeah,
just talked about
totally.
that in digital.
Yep.
The like the film noir, the really
It's not
strong.
it's not my
Yep.
usual art style.
No, that's okay. You're doing great.
I don't know.
It's
So can I
I
ask
don't
you a question? Why do you have the option of flipping your photo so it's going the same
yeah.
direction as
Oh, I should actually flip that. That looks
or
really
either
bad.
one? You can flip either one, but I'm just
Uh
curious because like for me, then I would if I were doing it, I would have to try to wrap my brain around turning it. You know what I mean?
well, I don't I was doing a different pose than the thing, just by a little bit.
You
So I
just
was
were
like,
using the shadow as a
yeah. I was
reference
just
for
trying to see
how
how
the
it worked on
yeah.
the eyes.
Okay. I'm not criticizing it. I'm finding it really interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Really nice job.
This is just
I
as much the seeking of new tools, new techniques,
yeah,
and psychological mindsets too.
right. And I really appreciate that you've got reference for the shadows. I mean, we talk to our students a lot, like, you don't have to make that up. There's stuff out there that you can see how the light actually goes across the face.
Hmm. Tablet work, hand. Yes, I see. Oh, hello, hello. Oh,
Very
excellent.
cool.
Oh, reaching out to that. Ooh, wow. All right, we've got like a dual dual people, or maybe even just this mysterious
Yeah.
connection between two characters.
I
I
had a
like it.
student today who was in his pencil stages for something in 3D, and he was drawing what he called an axe, but nobody around him could recognize as such. And he's like, I just don't draw well. It's like, no, it's not about your drawing. Where's your reference? If you knew what an axe looked like, I bet you'd do perfectly fine. And he's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that would help.
Well, there is, that the reminder that what is in your memory is
Yeah,
so affected by many, many things that it's not a very pure thing to go from.
right.
I am super curious. I feel like maybe I went to Madison, but we couldn't see a lot. This came along far. Oh, wait, we did.
Yeah, that
Yep, the
was a
grid. Here
selfie.
we go.
This was the
Here we
selfie.
go. The grid. Our
Yep,
apologies. In 90 minutes, learning all the names is hard. Okay, let's
that's
see.
our challenge.
That is really nice.
Yep.
Did we go to Emma Otten yet? Or oh, I do think, yeah, we did see
Yes,
that one
we
in
did.
progress. It's made
We
a
did.
lot of progress though. Look at
Yep.
the tree line in that background. I like the
Those
white
nice
highlighting around the
shapes.
word.
I love the
Absolutely.
trees. Those are real. And look at the shadow, how it's creating another figure, a different figure.
Yes, it is. I like the
That's
cape.
really, really cool and great typography.
The trees are actually from this brush pack I have.
Well, you
Oh,
didn't have to
really?
tell me that.
I'm not spending time drawing all those trees. No. No thanks.
Very cool. Oh, look at that. I like that
Yeah.
border. Very
Oh, look at
nice.
that. Now this, I pictured the potential of this, the almost the shadow puppet thing,
Mm-hmm.
that silhouette, but the detail is really nice. And the
It is.
the proportions are well. I like the poses of the animals too.
Yeah, it's very almost musical the way the gestures. Very, very cool.
Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
job. Looks
There you
awesome.
go. Kind of makes an S, doesn't it?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
It is amazing the progress that gets made from the
yeah.
we went around here's the face developing further in Malin's.
Yep.
That portrait is really, really nicely done. I think I see a teddy bear in there too, maybe. That's pretty incredible. Let's see. I feel like Sophia has made a lot of progress here too. Yeah. Some nice depth in there. So more animal
Mm-hmm.
content, kind of in those almost those dark forms. Excellent. Hmm.
So you let me know if you need a break and as far as you know,
Oh, wow.
working your way through. I know it
No worries.
gets intense.
I think I'm just, making sure I didn't somehow like completely skip because
Right. It's hard. This is very nice.
that is. It's got a nice dramatic, that white. I'm loving these outlines and the way the
Mm-hmm.
white is on it. Like it could definitely continue to develop, but I would like it like this too.
I'd say like this is really squint your eyes and those shapes are really interesting. The
Hmm.
trees, the black shapes are interesting and the white shapes, really nice.
Nice job showing
Good,
those.
good shape design.
Let's look. I think there's some
Oh,
significant progress here.
yep.
It looks like
Colored
colored
pencil and
pencil.
marker. Yep.
Nice job, Maya. There's some excellent layering happening in there. Great depth on the color. Looks like there's you know, again, when you look at pacing, I think it's going in a good direction. And then
Speaking of pacing, we're at 37 minutes to go. It goes 90 minutes goes pretty quickly.
it does, like I said, I feel like I went around the one circle.
Have we gone like all the way to the
Rory?
back end of the, I'm
Here,
just, it
I don't think we
feels like
visited Rory.
there's no, that we couldn't have seen 60 kids yet, but maybe we have.
Well, and I can hand over the steering
No,
wheel
and
if you want
I
to.
didn't mean it that way. I'm just trying to like think through.
I know we didn't visit Rory. That's a new name, and this looks new. And I like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ink over the top of that soft looks to be like a watercolor maybe, but
Mhm.
real nice. And these pens, man, you know how it is.
I
We
like them.
we like them, but students don't find them very, you know, they don't gravitate toward them for ease or anything.
Right. It's impressive.
It
I
is.
appreciate you going for the old traditional tools.
You know how we are old and
Mhm.
traditional.
Some are a lot older than others.
Thank you so much.
It's great.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Great job.
Thank you.
Okay. Check if I missed. Did I miss anything?
I like that necklace, by the way, too. That's pretty cool. Little peace sign.
This is the place to get all your fashion inspiration from.
Yeah.
Should I start double spotlighting?
I don't know.
Start doing-
I don't know where. Oh, look at that. That's
That's
very
nice.
cool.
That's nice. That treatment is great. Oh, and like I love the cropping. And I remember seeing the hand, like
Mhm.
the reference, the hand reference.
Right.
Let's see. Hmm. Oh, I like that. The dark
I
corner with the
know it.
little
That is a
foliage.
really cool gesture going on there with that figure too. I think it's a figure.
I really like the toned surface going on too. It's
Uh-huh.
got a nice, like a historical
Yep.
feel to it.
They are efficient with their work around that tablet though. Holy cow.
It's, you know, when it's f- like second nature, just
Melissa, spelling.
looking
Remember,
at-
when you draw type, you're not spelling.
It's very true. I'm sure we've all been there, but I definitely went through several stages of science fair with the word observation spelled wrong because I was too busy focusing on how it looked, not how it was spelled.
I've done it as a professional, I've done it, and it's just tough.
Let's see. Ooh, here we go. The
Cool.
dramatic continue. Yeah.
Super cool.
I like the, you know, just black and white, that
Yeah.
value to it. I could have seen that being a direction a lot of them took, but then you can't perceive or come to assume all of these options and choices. But I was thinking, man, black and white would look very cool.
I'm not sure what's going on here because there's something underneath. There's more face under there, under that white, and it's hard to tell.
Some layers.
Yeah, I don't know if we're masking right now or what.
That's the fun. The fun is like you see one thing and then when they all submit and you're like, that's that one? No way.
Yep, yep.
It's fun for us. I mean, it's hard because I know the students can't really stop to look at what everybody's doing or they'd get nothing themselves done. But this would be like super fun if there was process, like process photos or process documentation to watch how far these evolve in this short amount of time.
But definitely, all of you, I definitely encourage you to go in and like assume, first of all, I assume you're going to vote, but go through the slideshow that accompanies the voting so you
Mhm.
can really see the pieces.
Absolutely. This again, like the chat, everybody commenting like, "Oh, I love your art style. I love what you're doing. I love this or that tool. I love that way of working." It's hard for people to pause on what they're doing to make those connections, but by just looking at those slideshows, you get a little sense of what your peers all across Illinois
Yep.
are doing. Oh, look at that. Very nice smokiness.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Let's see how Jude is doing on the collaging. Wow. Wow. Don't stop for us by any means. That is
This is
impressive.
what I've got on here.
Oh my goodness, no kidding.
Very cool.
I'm impressed.
I
Collage is
have
one
everything
thing.
sorted out into bags, so this is like how I find like body parts versus other stuff. Like I have
You
background stuff and then body parts and all that different stuff sorted out into
do you
bags.
do you print all this and just have it at your fingertips, or is this from magazine?
So I collect modern and vintage magazines. So like these ones are from I think a magazine from the 60s.
Wow.
And then this one's probably from around the same time. I have a bunch from like the 60s and the 50s and 40s. But I have just a large collection of magazines.
That's
And
impressive.
it is intense.
Well, we've talked about the preciousness of printed content because it's less common. Like it's just
God, I love it. It's my favorite.
if I were you, I would be like scanning these too to try to to have them somehow saved because we always worry someday like where will we get our magazines from anymore?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
This is
It
very
is a
impressive.
weird, it's a strange feeling for me, like when I'm doing collage and I find something really cool and I'm like hesitant to use it because now I know it's gone.
For me, like especially because I use vintage magazines, I do realize that it's very semi-permanent, but I kind of it's part of the art in a sort of way.
Yeah.
I enjoy the fact that that magazine may never exist, and I might be like I don't know a record of it in some way.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
there you
cool.
go. That's a good philosophical look at it.
Thank you.
Awesome job. Oh, see, I went to the same one again, but I'm trying to figure out.
So I'm trying to think,
Oh,
I'm going through and see who I've not seen.
right. Yeah, if you can
I'll try to help out
pinpoint.
a little bit more. Have we seen Bala?
Not since early. Hold on. I gotta go to the next page and the next page. Oh,
Olivia
I found
Mann.
him. Okay, replace spotlight. Here we go. Oh, okay.
There you go, Bala. Cool shape design. Working well.
Oh, I
I
see.
like that
Okay.
face popping
There's
out there.
more.
Yeah, nice.
This is strong. This is
I guess I
strong.
didn't realize I recall this piece of art, but I didn't realize it was Bala before. You haven't checked on Nora. We'll look around.
Okay, hold on. I'm on page 3. I don't know if my page 3 is your page 3 though.
No, and I don't have
You know.
that. Yeah, I'm kind of going along the top right now.
Okay, I found Nora. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, there. That's nice. Oh, look at that. Well rendered. Look at the soft subtlety in the figure and then that contrast in the back.
Yeah,
I'm really it has such a look to it that is very different too from the other with the little boxes in there.
I was just gonna say I like the
I
little
like
design,
that.
the design element with those boxes. That's very cool.
Excellent.
Um, who else?
Takes strong artistic thinking to come up with that stuff. Yeah, help me out. Pick one.
Um, have we seen Thomas Miller big? I don't think so.
Yes, we did
Have
because I
we?
noticed the name. The name was like, oh, I haven't seen that. I will jump to it, but yeah, I
Okay.
remember.
I don't. Um,
There we go. Touching up some edges. I like that nose.
how about CJ? I'm looking
Hold
on
on.
another page for
Okay.
me. There's a lot of movement going on with the composition, real bright. There's like a curly Q in it.
Oh yeah, okay. I found it. Oh yes. Well, that is very, I like that dramatic lighting cutting across. It's
Yeah.
very attention grabbing. Has
Wow.
a bit of a Tim Burton
Yes, it
feel.
does. It does.
Yeah.
And that's really, really cool. Going to just pick out. Micaiah is getting very bold with black. I'm not
Okay.
sure how that's going. Do you see that
Ooh,
one?
wow. Oh yes. Oh, that's vibrant. Yeah, I like that. That high contrast. Look at that
Yeah.
text too.
It's really nice type,
That
isn't it?
font is very well done.
And you're
I'm
drawing that by hand. Okay, holy moly. What kind of pen is that? I like the way that brush pen is making marks. That's really nice. Holy cow. I mean, the artist is making the marks, though.
We'll have to
I don't,
do
I'm
a
not going to shortchange the artist and hand in here, but that's cool. I like that a lot.
there'll have to be a little spot on the submission form next illustration where you put your favorite medium. Oh, is it Copic
Is it
marker?
a Copic marker? It looked like it was really juicy and like a very
Mm.
hoo ah
Oh, hoo.
yeah.
That's fun to
It just
say.
felt it seemed like a real flexible tip the way the marks were being made.
Cool.
Um, they
They
make
make
great
good erasers.
erasers too. Wow. Okay.
Huh.
Have to
Oh,
try
hoo
that.
hoo.
I'll add that to my list.
Who knew? Oh, hoo hoo.
Some people knew who, but not
Some
this
people
kid.
knew hoo hoo. Huh. That I know it's like it's truly not about the product, but it is so fun to see people working with stuff that you're like, makes you want to try it all. It's a little artist material share out. It's funny because when we get together for our conference events, and then what was it last year? I think Stefan ran that share out your favorite,
Yeah,
art material, where you get it from, and like the things people said they buy from like Harbor Freight for
right.
a really good cost. This is really nice. This has a very strong book cover feeling to it
Which one
too.
are you doing? Yes, yes, it
I think
does.
I'm spotlighting that one.
Yep. I keep going back and forth between my views so that I'm getting more choices.
Gee,
What's Elijah got going on now?
not sure. Here, we'll take a look.
Although I
Angie's
think
got,
there's two Elijahs in here tonight.
there are. This is nice. Oh yeah, that's got that nice subtle tonality in the background to it. I like the edges, the way the edges are
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit like burnt at the edge almost. Very nice. All right, I can try to find, I'll find an Elijah.
Any
Which one
Elijah will
first?
do.
Which first?
We just need an Elijah.
Ooh. Hmm. All right, here's this Elijah. Oh, look at that. Nice contrast.
Okay,
Strong
so what
edges.
right there, I'm seeing both an animal and as the positive and the
Oh,
negative shape. Nice. Okay.
excellent.
Making
Very,
sure I'm
very
seeing it
cool.
right.
I like it. That's fun. It's going to be hard for, I mean, popular vote is always easy because, people know who they want to support. But man, when the judges get down to those five, it's
Well, that's why
not an
we
easy
narrow
task.
it down to 5 or so because it would be impossible looking at 60 because the quality here is really high.
Yeah. Look at this strong design too.
Okay, I got to get
It
back
has
to
nice,
speaker view so I can see what you're talking. Oh yeah, nice.
I like that. It's, it's hard because I can picture book covers that I know
Uh,
have that stylized design work.
the Elijahs are bringing it tonight.
See, Skylar. Oh, nice pen. Nice pen
Cool.
work. Excellent. Oh, okay. We've got the shadow puppets. It's exactly what I was like. Oh man,
Yep.
it's been a long
Yep.
time since I've done some shadow puppets. Yeah, I don't think I've done. Oh, ooh,
How
look
about
at that.
Navina? I don't remember seeing Navina.
Yeah, we did go, I think at one
Did
point,
we?
but let me find
Oh, this is
so that I'm
cool. This is turning out
on a
very
different
nice.
page.
Again, shadow puppets.
Mhm.
I'm truly, when I'm saying names, I'm just saying people that I don't remember seeing in a while, but
Oh yeah, here we go. Excellent. Look at that. Strong work with portraiture and some nice, got a lot of little, looks like a montage.
uh-huh.
Excellent. And
Very
graphite
cool.
too. I wonder if the
Very
graphite.
nice. Georgia, did we see that one? Georgia Hale?
Let me find.
It's a purple background with a figure with a yellow shirt on,
Hmm.
if that helps. There's also, I don't remember seeing Micah Gomez. That's another one that,
I can jump on that one because I just found that first.
okay,
Here
that's cool.
we go. Oh yeah, nice.
That's really graphic.
It is. Oh wow, look at that. The
That's
line
really
work.
cool. There is something about white line on black that I really, really like.
No, especially for a prompt like this, I'd say.
Yeah, I really like that look. Like a white gel pen on a dark surface. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Georgia was one that I don't remember seeing.
Okay, I'm gonna keep looking here. Hold on. Oh, found it. Yeah, I remember this one when it
Or
was
did
just the
we?
stretched out
Yeah.
shadows. But look at well, now I'm double spotlighting. I didn't mean to do that, but look at that. The
Yeah.
stretch
Oh,
is
that's right.
fun.
There we go. The one that where the shadow went across the surface. I do remember that one.
I like that dramatic
It's really
lighting on
nice
the,
because we're seeing where it went.
I like the border and how the character is popping out from that border.
Right.
That's
Yep.
fantastic. Okay.
Who else have we
I
not
can go
seen in a
anywhere.
while?
I can just start like rapid.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anybody that I don't recall seeing. I think we're doing a pretty decent job because it seems like as everybody I look at, I've seen, I've at least seen once.
Let's hop on. I can do some more double ups.
I know you'll please forgive us because this is really hard. I mean, with 60 people doing this, it's really difficult to, you've seen it, but you don't know when, and we really are trying to give everybody a little showcase time.
Excellent.
So who'd you just click to?
I
Mind
popped over to Marisabella.
Okay, cool.
I thought I was doubling it up that time and it didn't.
Oh,
So,
look at that with the wolf in sheep's clothing.
yeah, very nice.
Wow, that's really cool. The rendering on that wolf's body is excellent. Um, so let me go to who was it that said they were already done a long
Hmm.
time ago? Who was that? Christiana. I want to see.
Scanning.
Yeah, me too. I don't see her.
Oh, here we go. I did have
Did you find her?
I think I had the spotlight on and then I bumped around. Is that spotlighting?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. Looks good. So we are at 8:16. We have 14 minutes to go.
Oh, wow.
14 minutes.
Oh, is it fuzzy on your screen? Because it's kind of fuzzy on mine. If
A
maybe I
little
lower
bit, but
the
not too
brightness.
bad.
Yeah, normally if I lower the brightness, y'all can see it.
Right.
Let me try to do that real quick. Because it's so bright where I'm at.
So take a
Maybe.
look at where you're at and think about what's your biggest task that you need to do with 14 minutes to go. Like the little teeny tiny details, maybe no one will notice. So if there's any big problems to solve, that this would be the time to do it.
I'm just trying to add the final touches, really. This-
Oh, there's so many good looking ones here.
Man, if we had a bunch of authors, we'd have tons of book covers for them.
Have some takers. So I'm gonna set a 8:25 alarm.
Let's see. think been losing connectivity. Here we go. So at this point, I'm like trying to just sort of rapid
Yep.
pop people up to see the maybe closest thing we can to a maybe the final draft, who knows? Some of it's tricky with the digital because they'll have layers turned off that all of a sudden,
Right.
you're like
Boy,
thinking that's
they're
what
in
it looks like.
trouble, and nope, they got
I
a
know,
good
then they
handle
pop
on
up.
it.
Yep. It's a real uncertain thing. Got Lamar. Oh man, I can do four at a time. Whoa. Do you see that?
Yeah, I just did. Yep. I have 4 plus you.
Jeez. Okay. That would that would add. If I keep adding, I wonder if it's just going to keep making it into a mini gallery view, but
Right. Then it does kind of
yeah.
loses its appeal. I mean,
Sure.
its thing that helps us out.
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying this weird idea of like an art off, four of you.
We're
Go.
we've got it down to 4. The final 4.
Oh, I don't know. That's totally not what's happening, by the way, but
No, it's not. It's
just
not.
it's me playing with new features on Zoom, I think.
Well, they're new to us. And I will say thankfully, because that means I haven't been on Zoom much and I'm okay with that.
I'm sure they wouldn't take my feedback, but I'd love it if they had like an auto shuffle.
Yeah, that would be cool.
If Zoom could auto shuffle for us, that'd be fabulous.
CJ's got some really cool rendering going on. There's still
Mhm.
shapes, but they're broken down. That's really nice, CJ.
I'm seeing so many hands moving so fast on all the.
So everybody, if you don't have a type treatment yet, make sure you do. That would be a big thing to be missing. A book cover without type on it is hard to find in the library.
Yeah, that's very true. Trying to think if I've ever seen one without a title.
So in terms of, like your quick problem solving, you know, are there any requirements that you haven't fulfilled at this point? Make sure you've got it because we are down to 9 minutes.
Oh, it does just keep adding.
Yeah, it's just moving. Well, I've got 5 on mine.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I thought it like stopped at four, but it's gonna keep going. So
Oh,
let me
look at that.
switch.
Melissa's is pretty cool.
Hold on.
Right there with the purple blue type.
My
So
screen's
this
just
is
a gallery.
interesting. I guess when I click, no, I'm on speaker, so I thought I was seeing what you were seeing.
No, I'm bopping in and out and like I'm in gallery view so I can replace spotlights and add spotlights.
Oh, Emma. Whoa. Can we make that one big for a minute? Holy cow.
Is it not?
Not for me. Speaker. I'll try it. Hold on. All right.
Yeah, it's
Oh
solo
yeah.
on mine.
There you go. Very cool.
Mhm. We go.
I'm
Let's
not seeing
see.
any without type, which is good. I'm just trying to scan around and remind anybody that might be missing that. It's really nuts when you watch the gallery, the full page, and there's just so much
There's
activity. It's crazy, and it's ramped up because we're down to the last few minutes, and it's wild.
It's fast moving. This is
It
the,
is. It's so when we do the digital photo challenge in November, that one's real fun because you watch people problem solving with things, objects, light, that kind of stuff. But there's something that I love about this that like just seeing all these quick changes, and it's weird. I guess in a way the digital really goes towards that end because you can make so many changes so fast. And like you said, just layer changing and um I know when I work, make some big changes just by my layer order. I just move stuff around to see what it does. This is going to be some tough judging, I can tell you right now. And I'm not saying that I don't like the conventional stuff because there's some really beautiful drawings going on paper and on board and paintings. Really nice.
it's almost like I'm starting to see some that have like a common thread, something
Yes.
common that they share.
Yep. Yep.
And then it's like, oh, you two are like the art match. And then this one kind of goes with that one. This, like, I'm intrigued. Madison and um Malin have some interesting
Yes.
commonality there.
Similarities. Yep.
Yeah.
They sure
And then I
do.
saw like Marisabella and Micaiah have a similar thing going too. Not in a bad way, just so
No,
interesting when you've
no.
got like it's like your art doppelganger. Like you didn't know there was somebody out there who thought sort of like you did or had a
Did we?
had a
We probably
similarity.
did saw Signy, is that right? Can did we see Signy's work? I just don't remember.
So I do think I'm just not sure how many times. Let me
Yeah,
pop
no, and
over.
I'm not again, I'm not saying it that way.
Mhm.
It's my faulty memory, and at this point I've seen so many things that it's muddled.
I just have to
I know
scan. Here we go.
Makaya's doing a crazy cool job with that marker. Wow.
The other thing I'm not totally sure about is the the camera that's viewing the
Whoa,
work versus that one that's on the on the person.
look at Olivia there. Wow, wow. That border's awesome.
We've got our two Olivias here.
All right, we're at 3 minutes here.
Oh boy. Yet everything is really
These
strong.
there are so many very professional looking solutions here that it's just blowing me away. And in 90 minutes. We can't give you guys enough credit. I'm telling you, it is amazing. I would say this would be a good time to check spelling too.
Mhm.
It might be the last thing you want to
Digitally, you
find
could,
out you're
yeah.
wrong, but
Maybe a little late on the traditional media, but the digital, go for it.
right, right. 2 minutes. You spilled your acrylic ink on your desk.
Uh-oh.
On your ink on your artwork too? I was going to say, if it's on your artwork, do a quick squeegee of it, and you might end up with something beyond cool. Sorry for the other though. Acrylic ink, that's you don't want that in the carpet. We're at 1 minute. Finals. Last tweaks. Now is the time. I like that everybody is still working. You know, sometimes we do have a lot of people quitting way early, and everyone's seeing that there's something that can be helped.
Oh, look at that. That border on that with that skull. Wow. Made some good progress.
There we are. It is 8:30.
Oh boy.
Pens and pencils down. Save. Good job, everybody. Wow, that was intense. I hope you had fun. That's really cool. All right, so now would be a good time to save your digital stuff. Save as a JPEG, PDF. I think a PNG will also work, but JPEG's very safe. All right, and then let me put that submission link back in.
I take a picture of that.
The submission
I made a big
form.
mess. I made a big mess.
Well, you've got a souvenir then. All right, so chat, here we go. Here's your submission link. I'm telling you, I don't recall having this level of quality across the board on any of our other ones. This is really, really high level stuff. You guys are you just killed it. Really nice.
Very strong work.
On my end, it says that I can't get into the document for the submission form. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, let me see.
So, are you using by chance your school email?
Yes, I am. Yes.
That's a
That
problem.
might be the blocking. So we find that many schools, you might have to use your personal Gmail because the school is protecting your account. So many
Yeah,
schools
I
have that
agree.
protection. So yeah, definitely for everybody out there, if you can go from a personal email, you'll be more likely to be able to get in and have access to the form. And on the form, we do ask, it is requesting like what your personal email is too, to help so that we can make the connection.
Yeah, it really is important because the the protections for you are there and we want them to be there, but they try to keep you as insulated as possible from the outside in terms of email. So please use a personal email account.
Come on, kid.
It really, really helps us too if you do have your name on that on your the title of your work, your JPEG.
Come here.
Um,
Come on.
we do have a request if it's okay to leave once you've submitted.
It is. Let me see. Do you?
Are we gonna
I mean, I don't know. I
ask
guess
the
I could.
voting link? Do we want the voting link?
Yeah, I can put the voting link on before you go, but you have it in that email that I sent out earlier today and last night. But I can put it on the in the chat real quick here. Voting form. So we
And if
would
you don't-
really love it if you share your experience on social media. And if you you can put the voting link up in your bio. That will really help. It'll help
If
you.
you
It'll help us.
if you don't have an Instagram, that is okay too.
Oh.
It's not required for the submission process. We are taking everything through that Google form. But it's just a matter of putting, your name out there and putting opportunity for you. So yeah, if you have an Instagram, by all means put it. If you don't happen to have one, it's not like you have to create one just for this. We
No.
recommend you have one because it would support your art brand, your own.
And that's the key is have an art only Instagram. No duck lips and tongues sticking out.
So yeah, share it out. Hopefully, if your teachers share out the link with your schools, you can get peers voting, you can get, like I said, administration voting. And it's just cool for other teachers that are at your school, not just your art teacher, to know you do this. Because that's fantastic. It's awesome if your principals know. Like I said, we've had superintendents. It's awesome. Art and like a personal Instagram. So you can use any Instagram account you want to.
Right.
What Mr. Schweitzer saying is that the recommendation of having an art one for, purposes of sharing it with teachers or staff or with, reps from colleges. The only thing we're asking as far as the personal email goes is that would be because we might not be able to get the form to you through your school account. So the only thing personal we're really requiring is that it is your personal account you send the form through.
And if you feel more comfortable, you can send it to your mom and dad's personal account. It just the school gatekeeping is for your benefit. Who do we have shadow up there? Oh, no, we don't.
I fixed it.
Okay, so how are we doing? I'm gonna judge by how many we still have.
Can you see the submissions on the form?
I will flip back over there.
I don't like that.
So I've got 33, so we got a little ways to go.
So
Or maybe
answer to that
34. 34,
with
I guess.
the voting form, it's really dependent upon how quick we can be. So
Yep.
we tend to
Dang,
stay
that's
on the Zoom
all
to
of
help
that
anybody
matters.
with issues that can be resolved. So then
No.
once everybody's out of the Zoom, then we have to craft the voting form by taking every single piece that's submitted, downloading it to our computers, and then uploading it to the form.
Submitted.
It usually takes us an hour with this many people, and we have a team member who is on maternity leave, so shout out to Mrs. Adams, but she is at home with her youngest, her newborn, so we will work as fast as we can to get that voting. It will remain like closed. The form will not be accessible until we've got everything in there. So you just check back, I'd say in an hour. And if it's not there yet, it's because we're still working
It'll,
hard at cranking
yeah,
it out.
it'll be soon after. Mrs. Bott, do you want to hand the host back over to me? And
Absolutely.
I don't know if you want to, if there's anything we can start setting up. I don't know.
I can totally do that.
I don't know if there is, though, honestly. I mean, I guess we can always reshuffle order. Um,
I'm
do we
figuring out how to give you.
before you disappear, anywhere to follow us back? Somebody asked about following, it said following you back, and I don't know if that's referring to us or
No,
if that's referring to language.
they're making friends with each other. This is not
Oh,
about
well then
us.
awesome. And I'll stay out of it.
Okay, hold on.
I don't need to be messing around with your play date here. I'm just, you know. Friendship, Josie. I love it. Thank
You're
you.
trying to get invited, aren't you?
No, that's okay.
How do I give this
You are
back to
welcome
you?
to follow me, follow Art Connected, follow, look around and see what's going on. There's lots of cool stuff happening.
Yay, friendship.
I
I
like it.
love this.
I really like it.
That is awesome. Someday y'all gotta meet each other. I know that's crazy. Crazy, right?
Well, a good place to meet each other would be at the IHSAE in May or April, in April. At the big show, and I'm hopefully a lot of you will. Well, let's put it this way. Judging from the work that I've seen, a lot of you should have your work displayed at the IHSAE show down at Bridgeport. There is some really, really high quality work here. All right. So I'm telling you that it belongs in a big show. And if you've never been down there, that's an experience unto itself that you should go to. Seeing artwork from 1,000 different kids, 2 different shows, 500 kids each, roughly. Awesome.
All right, you are the host again. It took me that long
That's
to
okay,
figure out.
Skylar. Don't worry about it. It's tied to you as you submit, so it's not a big deal. I love the sense of community. This is really very cool. As artists, too often we end up working by ourselves in our own little room, and this is really, really cool.
Yeah, this is one of the friendliest groups we've had.
It really is. It's great. Just made a Instagram account. That's awesome. Oh, somebody got out that wants to get back in.
Moment of realization. Love that this involves putting their name on the book cover because that just
Yes,
made
we
me
learned
like,
that lesson, didn't we? It
but
helps
that's
a
not the
lot.
case. Other stuff, it's not the way because it doesn't
No,
make
it
any
isn't.
sense. But
It's not on
this, I'm like,
anything
oh,
else.
yes, so helpful. It all comes back down to putting your name on your artwork.
Is there a way for us to, hmm, I mean, I imagine we can make a transcript of the chat. I would think.
Save chat is in the three dots.
Under more.
The three dots in the chat, like if
Oh,
you open the chat up at the
oh, got
top
it.
that says save
No,
chat. What's the hashtag? It's Art Connected 2024, right? Or is it
correct.
Art Throwdown? Hold on. I gotta go
What
back
did
to the
we
playbook.
say? Yeah, I was just gonna say,
I'll go to the playbook.
add art connected would be a great thing to tag, and then hashtag
Yeah, it's
art
hashtag Art
throwdown.
Throwdown 2024.
Correct.
And
I could put that
then
in.
next question, you can, yeah, you may leave if you know your form went through. We don't typically sit and verify each form, but if you know it submitted, then you are good to go and we appreciate your participation. And I'm creating the slides and downloading images right now.
Is anybody having difficulty and they need a little help? There you go. Anybody who tags Art Throwdown 2024, there you can be following that. You're smarter than I am. Not that that was news, but yes, they did, Kara. Everyone really did so well. It blows me away. All right. Does anybody need any assistance or are you having trouble submitting?
Hi. Did you guys get my submission? Because I haven't gotten an email yet,
Uh,
and I'm just not
well,
sure.
you're not going to get a reply like that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
Let
wasn't
me,
sure if
I
we were
can,
gonna get like a email confirmation or not.
no, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, cool.
And I can't type them out fast enough.
That's okay.
Um,
Thank you.
all right. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I sorted the registration sheet by last name,
Okay.
but I can only do it senior first and then the next. So I'll see how
Oh, gosh. Is
works.
that gonna, all right. Malin, Skylar, Camille, you guys good? Sacred Heart Griffin. Oops, from Camille. Um, have a good night too. Thank you. All right, Sacred Heart Griffin, you're the last one in. Is there anything we can do to help you out?
You could probably shut down. Is the live stream still going?
Oh yeah, probably should. Thank you.
It's okay. All of YouTube is just watching.
Yeah, just enthralled. Stop live stream. All right, folks.